It has been far too long since we played Final Fantasy XVI, and what a perfect time to return with the release of the Rising Tide DLC. This story-based DLC brings us with not only new powers but new bosses, and we here at Direct Gaming have the best guide for you to take on the Tonberry King. And damn, what a king. This is technically a hidden boss slash side mission boss, as you can miss it if you're not doing the actual side missions. Speaking of side missions, you need to complete 2 of them before you can actually access the side mission to then give you this secret boss. Those missions include What Ails You and Uninvited Guests. Simply complete these in the town of the DLC. Once you do, you'll get access to the Reign of Pain side quest, thus giving you access to this boss battle. Now, let's not waste any time and jump into said battle. Like with all our guides, we're going to go over the following: a full breakdown of the moves of said boss and how to deal with them, my own personal ability setup and how I like to deal with the boss, then a full playthrough of the boss fight sped up a tad. First, let's go over the ability setup. Now, I've been testing out different abilities with different icons, so my loadout is not the best per se, but I seriously enjoy it since it allows for both great crowd control and also dealing with the boss. My first icon is Shiva, since I can use her Cold Snap to stop opponents or Perfect Dodge to freeze them for quite a long time. The abilities include Diamond Dust and Rhyme. Diamond Dust to deal with tons of enemies and stagger the boss faster, Rhyme to crowd control and also deal damage during the stagger phase as I unleash big moves. Second icon is Leviathan. While I don't use the actual Serpent's Cry mostly, I love using Abyssal Tear as it is great for multiple enemies, and then of course Tsunami as a big hitter move. Finally, I have Bahamut. I will sometimes use Wings of Light, but mainly I use it for Impulse and Giga Flare. You can probably guess why I use Giga Flare. Now, the actual boss fight during this time is actually only 2 phases, give or take, but it could be 3 if you're playing on Final Fantasy mode. Let us know down in the comments below if you've taken him out on this mode. Now, since this is a Tonberry, many will probably get worried that if he hits you once, you're simply dead. But that's not the case with this particular battle. We will go over the one-hit moments, but for now, let's take a look at some of the most basic moves. This Tonberry loves to teleport around, hit you with sword combos, stabs, and more. But otherwise, one hit will not kill you. Watch out, however, though, like any boss battle, as it continues on, more attacks can be more powerful. Now, the big move you want to watch out for is called Everyone's Grudge. This is where the Tonberry will actually summon a ton of smaller Tonberries that you have seen throughout the DLC. Now, these guys can be a real pain if you don't crowd control well, hence the setup that I have. Also, if you don't know how the Tonberry in this game works, it can actually one-shot you when you see the move Knife appear over their head, and then they are actually sharpening their knives and they are going to make a beeline for you. Heck, sometimes you might not even see this move, they will simply run up towards you and start stabbing you. So get ready with some moves that can definitely either freeze them in place or take them down really fast. This is why I have moves like Diamond Dust to stop them in their tracks. While this move doesn't have a name per se, make sure to keep an eye out for when he starts to summon pools of darkness around the area throughout the battle. While they may look small, they can actually cover a good section of the arena, and since this place is not that big, you need to be careful and also watch your health. If you step on them too many times, you can all of a sudden be down to like under 500. Other than that, there's not too much to this battle aside from the big move that we talked beforehand. As you can see on screen, I utilized the combo of the ability Rhyme from Shiva, you know, the giant icicle, Impulse from Bahamut, and Abyssal Tear from Leviathan. This helps with chip damage and also the stagger bar. Plus, Shiva's ability to freeze and dodge at the exact same time is absolutely amazing. If you can try and get those perfect dodges off, then it allows you to get even more hits on the boss, as they will literally stay frozen for over 10 seconds. Keep up the attacks until you stagger the king for the first time. Do as much damage as you can during this time until he recovers. I like to have Impulse going while throwing out Tsunami and Giga Flare, then follow up with Abyssal Tear, and finally Rhyme, have that constant chip damage going. Again, not the best, but I still find it personally fun. Now, when part 2 starts, a good chunk of the moves from beforehand simply get faster and stronger like any boss you'd expect. But we have a couple extra moves we need to watch out for. Everyone's Grudge, while it might look the same, is actually a lot crazier because you are going to get charged by way more Tonberries. Not to mention, it's used a lot more now. On average, I counted 9 Tonberries all gunning straight for you, so you need to be extra careful here. Make sure you have some abilities ready to help with the crowd control since it's right after the boss's stagger phase. Final move to watch out for is D-Soul, where he will basically combine all of his attacks from beforehand along with his teleporting. Those moves, of course, include Sword Swings, a Sword Beam, and the Darkness Pools from before. So get ready to move around until the move actually ends. Keep up the attacks until you stagger the shark creature for the final time. Once staggered, throw everything and the kitchen sink at him until you finally take this terrifying creature down. I know the B-roll is going to make it look somewhat easy, but I hear in Final Fantasy mode, it can be pretty crazy. With this boss finally defeated, you can actually now craft the Tonberry knife and use it as you wish. Now, here's a full run of the boss fight sped up a tad to show you how to take the Tonberry King down. If you enjoy the guides, then a like on the video shows us that you enjoy this type of content, and don't forget to check out our other Final Fantasy XVI guides, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth guides, and discussions in the top right corner and pinned comments. Thanks for watching the video. I've been Tyler with Direct Gaming. I hope you have a great day and week, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Johnny.
Huh.